Hey everyone, it's the Just History Guy. Hope you're all doing great. Me personally though, after covering a few games in my previous videos, such as Parasite Eve and Koudelka, I'm in the mood to be a little scared and haunted. Now, I know Halloween's a bit, or kinda far away, but after talking about those games, I just kept thinking about how we needed more horror JRPGs. Now, this is a subset of the genre that I don't hear much about, or see other people talking about. But some of the most amazing JRPGs I've played belong to this subgenre. Such as I've said, Koudelka, Parasite Eve, SMT Strange Journey, and the Shadowheart games, which I haven't quite got to yet. Or even Vagrant Story, which had the atmosphere of the subgenre. So what makes this genre so great to me? Well, to start it off, let's talk about the atmosphere. Horror JRPGs have an utterly unique atmosphere. The games often create a distinct and eerie feeling and setting that sets them apart from traditional fantasy or sci-fi RPGs. Don't get me wrong, I love those settings. But when you play them for the 1000th time, you start to look around for something to mix it up or add a twist to those two settings. For example, with Strange Journey, it introduces a sci-fi, very near future setting, but then adds heapings of horror atmosphere, introducing the uncanny valley feeling through the familiar that is slightly off. It gives you a feeling of fear from the unknown that brings the tension up in the gameplay and story. Strange Journey introduces some cosmic Lovecraftian horror, making you realize how small you are in the universe. It makes you understand the dread of the characters that are seeing beings beyond their comprehension and understanding. In games like this, the atmosphere can enhance and allow the combination of dark storytelling with haunting music and unsettling visuals that immerse players in a world of tension and fear. This adds to the gameplay experience. When you try to tell a dark story, you want the players to realize that this is a dark undertaking. Horror JRPGs frequently introduce innovative gameplay mechanics to do this, and to amplify the sense of horror. This can include anything from limited resources, challenging puzzles, or a unique combat system that forces players to strategize and make tough decisions that put you at a loss. But as I said, this is all for the sake of putting you more firmly into the shoes of the characters. Horror JRPGs have the distinct advantage of making it easier to engage emotionally with the characters. Because if you're scared and the characters are supposed to be scared, well then, you're definitely feeling the same emotion. The fear and suspense experienced during gameplay or in a cutscene can heighten the emotional investment in the story and characters. And there's also the simple fact that nothing says character development like tragedy. And I'd say most horror JRPG characters have a heaping of tragedy in their lives. Characters in horror JRPGs tend to go through a lot and have a more nuanced view of their situation than just stop that evil guy. But then again, it's not always without those classic moments. Horror RPGs, though, often explore complex psychological themes, such as the human psyche, existential dread, and moral dilemmas, that force players to confront these themes and face their fears and inner conflicts. Adding what I hope doesn't sound pretentious, but an intellectual layer to the gameplay experience, not just an emotional one. Story. The horror subgenre lends itself well to immersive storytelling and compelling narratives. Horror JRPGs often have rich, well-developed plots with unexpected twists and shocking revelations. Most important of all, though, is that they explore dark and mature themes, not always commonly found in other RPGs. While many RPGs have deep plots and interesting scenarios, sometimes I want to see the true cost of victory against something so otherworldly and overwhelming. The stories of this subgenre have the advantage of trying to scare you at points, so not everything will go the way the characters plan. And lastly, horror JRPGs have excellent exploration. Horror JRPGs often encourage exploration of eerie and haunting environments, forcing you to go down paths you don't want to, enhancing your fear. But those paths offer you great rewards of supplies and equipment that you desperately need. Or it has you unveiling secrets and uncovering the truth behind the game's mysteries. This sense of discovery adds another layer for players to be engaged and curious throughout the game. This exploration also usually adds replay value, with different endings and paths. And most important of all, the unique art style for a lot of these games won't make it a drag to look around. Horror JRPGs are something I hope to see more of in the future, so if you see any coming out, be sure to drop a comment. And if you enjoy the video, please hit the subscribe button and smash the like. It really helps the channel a lot. Have a great day.